baffled me based on this research, Eugene, has to do with Muslim voters vote declining.
Yes, so it says that Bawumia has lost Muslim vote by 4%. Dave, you know, recently there was a propaganda about he going to a shrine and all that.
Yeah, so he's been to the mosque, he's been to the church,
yeah,
Dave, to the shrine.
So when he goes to a place to campaign and there's a shrine there, he shouldn't go. See, so far as when you subject yourself to the political exercise, David, you bless certain lines.
I think these
but
things,
those people also vote, don't they?
Yeah, it is very dangerous to religious freedom in Ghana if they start bringing those things in, because if Bawumia becomes president, he will not be a president for only Muslims.
Exactly.
And like I'm saying, these people vote.
Yeah.
And so they also want to see that you have a sense of belonging.
Exactly.
You're not worshipping their God.
These kind of
but
things
it's a bit of belonging.
They common sensically. You and I, we go to Menshia. Yes, so for Bombay, Yapaya, so assemblies of God in 20 on Trawan.
But our functions, the functions that we organize, what we call libations.
I don't
the functions we organize in Ghana,
but
we call libations.
Interestingly, as according to Global Info Analytics, it has led to he dropping 4 percentage points. So that is why I always say that in politics, perception is key. So for me, I don't think Bawumia will get 37%. Bawumia will get more than 45%. That's me. But as I always said, that polls and surveys are like bikinis. As it partly conceals, it partly shows.
It reveals as well.
So for you to get the lady to give you the full picture, it takes work.
So now this is supposed to help the political parties.
Exactly.
You don't have to sit down and say you're going to be complacent because, well, the service favors you.
Yeah.
You need to work towards your victory.
But
now, if again it goes against you, it's told you things that haven't gone well. It talks about Muslim declining votes. It's talking about people who have shifted from Nana Addo down to Akufo-Addo. It talks about voter apathy. So it's for you to use these.
But I'm looking at some of the numbers here, and it looks like a lot of the thematic areas they looked at, people are really at par.
Yeah, I was coming there. Yeah.
How?
No, you see, there's even an interesting thing that Dave. Lastly, maybe we should look at it. Joe will put it on the screen soon.
Okay.
When you look at the issues that
he's going to put it on the screen, it's going to be on Facebook.
On our Facebook, yes.
So it's Love in the Morning on Facebook. Please join us there on Love in the Morning on Facebook. Yeah.
And Dave, you see, when you check data, one of the ways for you to think something is true is comparing or contrasting a lot of data. When you look at the Human Development Index by the UNDP and also the Ghana Statistical Service, Dave, if you remember, the key issues that people were raising was what? Education, jobs, and economy. Yeah. If you remember the multidimensional poverty, when I went for that training from GSA, David, what was the issue? That more people in Ghana are going multidimensionally poor, 7.4 million, 28% of our population. So I've given you 2 data sets. When you listen to Dr. Bawumia, I remember my question to him on the electric vehicles and public transport. It was based on what cost of living. Bawumia GSTS, when they were launching the manifesto, said that the MPP, through their own survey, identified 14 issues that were affecting Ghanaians. 3 of them, David, remember, was what? Roads, jobs, and cost of living. Now look at what the issues Global Info Analytics survey is telling us. 1, economy, which is cost of living.
70% there.
Jobs,
62%.
Education,
48%.
Healthcare, roads, taxes. So when you look at the top 5 issues, what Bawumia said, or the MPP's position, confirms what Global Info Analytics is saying. The Ghana Statistical Service also confirmed. Now they've on jobs. Have you forgotten that K2, it was what, 13.2%, to the unemployment is what, 14.7%. So clearly, when you pick about 5 different data sources, it all confirms that what Global Info Analytics is saying, that based on these things are the reason people are deciding to vote in a certain way. It confirms these sources. So for me, it is very, very important. Now, if you look at something, religion and ethnicity is just 1%. It tells you that the ordinary Ghanaian voter doesn't care if you're Hare Krishna, doesn't care if you pour libation, doesn't care if you go to church 10 times a day. They care most about the economy. The education. They care most about free SHS education, how it's being run. They care most about jobs. They care most about healthcare.
You know what surprises me is that Galamsey, our environment, is not in there somewhere.
No, Dave, look. So you can infer water.
To water, number 8.
Yes, you can infer from water. You can infer from sanitation.
I don't want to do that inference. I want it to be categorical, specific in there.
I agree. No, actually, the survey, the entire survey, the 135 page, maybe after Habitat, we can look at it. The entire 35 page also have a section on Galamsey. Now, Dave, look at something. Even party membership It's 3%.
3%.
So I tell you that, David, what you do on radio that people insult us.
It's the basics, though.
It so tells that there are a lot of people whose mind have been worked on, that they will look at issues.
Not a party they belong to.
But
And that's one thing. That's one thing. Sorry, Leo. That's one thing. Then the parliamentarians ought to focus attention on.
Yeah.
Because when you're in parliament and you don't put, your constituency, people who voted for you, whom you are representing, if you don't put their needs ahead of the party that you belong, and you go in there and do party thing, they're telling you party is only 3%. That's what they consider. So they ought to set up in parliament.
You know, David, there's a narrative that supports what you just said. Should I tell you?
Yes,
when you go to the central region, what happened? The MPP lost abysmally when they come to parliamentary election. But Akufo-Addo won. Why? It tells you clearly. You don't need any data to tell you that. It means that they were not happy with the performance of their parliamentarians. So when you come and tell them free SHS, it's a Akufo-Addo policy. What have you yourself done in the constituency?
As an individual for them.
But I'm seeing some pattern on the data here. It looks like people care more about the economy and jobs and education and less about things like security and sanitation. Because if we get this right, automatically that one will be fixed.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is. If the jobs are there, and the security issues, I'll not rob you, rob me.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it basically is.
That's why I always say that what Bawumia said then and says
now.
It's true then, it's
that
true now. Yeah.
the baseline economic indicator of anybody is your pocket.
Yeah.
And that when the fundamentals are right, they are indicated that will expose. And Dave, I'm saying that the vice president himself says that jobs. So Dave, that brings into question the 2.3 million jobs. Where are they? That brings into question the year of roles, because you see, for MPP to say after 8 years, launching their manifesto that out of the 14 variables that people are saying they will not vote on, roles being part of the top 3, cost of living. And Dave, you see, it also tells you, if you are NDC, that today, the monetary policy is 27%. Today, from 54% of inflation, it's just about 20%.
Yeah.
So it tells you that the economic indicators may improve in weeks, in months. But will it be enough for people to say that, it's improving for giving the MPP? Or will the NDC also sustain the conversation so that people will keep this on their minds and vote?
The argument will be